When I set out to do this documentary, I was exploring the idea of dreams and failure. But what really came out resounding is really all of this is all about relationships and how we relate to each other. What do we mean to each other?
In short, yes. That's the advantage of hindsight. I think at the time it was, bonding, but the reality is, there'd be times I know I'd go home and I would have been hurt by something that someone said, and again, advantage of hindsight, I'm certain that there would have been things that I said that would have been hurtful to others.
Well, I used to just like a lot of ribbing and stuff going on. I mean, I had known Andrew Fox, the bass player, in primary school, so we sort of reverted to primary school.
Well, there's mean and there's mean, isn't there? I mean, there's something about a group of people who get together and spend a lot of time with each other, who get to know each other very well, that you can talk with each other in ways that can sound mean to outsiders, when really what you're doing there, to me, is you're showing how close you are to each other because you talk.
I think we were young. There's a bit of that blokey bonding. I know for me, I think I was not secure in who I was as a person.
Oh, bands are definitely like a marriage, once the honeymoon period's over and the challenges start, you kind of see we either retreat to the little insecure kid, or you actually, sometimes retreat to your better part and try and work through things. So
just that the pressure, when the pressure's on, performance anxiety hits, bands can be mean to each other in that little time. But that the tension that comes from the need to make it, or the comparing against other bands or other members, or comparing the performance to something else as the pathway to making it, that once that's removed, then all that meanness goes away, once bands make that choice.
I hate John, and Phil hates me, and basically a band runs on hate.
Some bands might have a manager and so on who can make a whole lot of things happen and try to resolve relationships with people, but we didn't have any of that in any.
A manager's role is not to crush the chaos. It's to kind of organise the chaos into something that's kind of. It's it's like bringing it together. It's almost like herding cats in a way.
Well, for myself, it was like, because I was leading the band, because I had very strong ideas and I wrote all the songs and had all the ideas, and that would have created a lot of resentment, and I'd do it very differently as we do today, because that was one thing that probably didn't help. And there was a whole lot of other insecurities that were coming up between each other, I think, is what Andrew and Jonathan mentioned, that just happened as blokes got close to each other, and eventually it ended up pulling us apart.